Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here, Friday the 28th of October. Time for a look ahead at the next couple of weeks, just to see if we can get a feel for the way the weather's going to develop over the next couple of weeks as we go into the beginning of November. Can't believe it, November already. Just been out for a walk with the dog and the colours out there are just amazing this morning. I think the rain of yesterday across central and southern England really has lifted those colours today in the sunshine. Don't know how long they're going to last though, because it looks as if there's some windy weather on the way. Low pressure is going to be around and going to be dominating things. But let me show you the current thinking about the way things develop. Key to this is this chart that hopefully has become quite familiar to you over the last few weeks. This is the 7 to 10 day mean 500 millibar chart, so about 18,000 feet, and the height lines here, the solid lines, closer together they are, the stronger the winds are, and basically the winds flow with these lines. Now this chart also shows the anomalies as well of the heights, so where we've got higher than usual heights we've got these red colours, where we've got lower than usual heights we've got the blue colours, and basically higher than normal heights equals warmer air, below than normal heights equals colder air, but up at upper levels in the atmosphere. And we've got two models on here. We've got the ECMWF on the left hand side, we've got GFS here on the right hand side, and these are the 7 to 10 day means. So this is the mean running from next Saturday into the following Monday. So it's the mean during that period only, and it gives us a good idea as to how things may develop. Now, both the ECMWF and the GFS are in fairly good agreement. You see we've got this trough out towards the western parts of Europe here. Look, this is quite a long trough, a long wave trough that's extending from Greenland down to the western coasts of Africa. Less accentuated on the ECMWF, more so on the GFS. But what you tend to find is that when you get one of these deep troughs to the west of us, you do get a compensatory ridge, and that's this feature here. This is what we call an omega ridge. There it is, look, just extending across central parts of Europe, and underneath there is high pressure. Now what happens when you get one of those ridges form is that the area of high pressure is reluctant to clear out the way. So what you tend to find is things moving in from the Atlantic into Western Europe tend to get stuck. So movement, progression through Western Europe is relatively slow, and it tends to be western parts of Europe that sees most of any rain. This is the Precip forecast for the next 10 days. This is from today, so from Friday through till the following Friday. You can see how we've got some pretty heavy rain across the western coast of Scotland. That's where most of it is expected to be, but rain across all of the country, really totaling about 20 to 30 millimetres. The following week, from Saturday to Saturday, we've got heavy rain again across western parts of the country. Again, some of this is heavy, and we've got 60 to 80 millimetres of rain, look, over the western parts of the country then, less so towards the east. But what I want to show you here, what's important, is see where we've got heavy rain developing here across the eastern Atlantic. Keep that in mind, I'll show you that in just a moment. Here's the rainfall anomalies for Friday to Friday, so from today through till next Friday, and you can see a mass of dry air here across Eastern Europe associated with that area of high pressure, nearer normal totals towards the west. Now, remember that rainfall that I've just shown you? Well, take a look here. This is the sea surface temperature anomaly charts as of Thursday, and these yellow colours here in the Eastern Atlantic showing us an Atlantic that's got above normal temperatures by about 1 degree to 1.5 degrees. Now, above normal temperatures at the surface with below normal temperatures, below normal height at upper levels, that's a recipe for the development of some pretty nasty areas of low pressure and some unsettled weather, and that's what's being picked up by the models here by bringing that rainfall here into the western parts of Spain. So how does the GFS handle this? Well, this is how it looks from today. So this is Friday. Let's just knock it forwards and watch how things develop. Here's our high look over Europe, reluctant to clear away and just staying in place there through the next few days. Notice how the fronts are coming into the western part of the British Isles. They just can't make much progress eastwards. One or two will. This one on Monday does. It gets its way eastwards, brings some heavy bursts of rain down eastern sides of the country during the course of Monday. And then we see the whole pattern just shift its way eastwards. Look, the high pressure is still holding there, but just look what's happening. As those troughs dig in at upper levels across the eastern Atlantic, down here, they're going over this warmer water. It's deepening off the areas of low pressure, and suddenly they can get their acts together and they throw some more heavier bursts of rain into the west of the country, through much of Western Europe, and then across much of the British Isles through Wednesday and Thursday of next week, maintaining that unsettled weather. Our Omega high has drifted its way further eastwards by the end of the week, and we really are then into low pressure, so some very unsettled weather again towards the end of next week. But look, it's this area west and northwest of Iberia in the Bay of Biscay where the major development zone is for heavy rain and deep areas of low pressure. Remember, that's where we saw the sea surface temperature anomalies as being warm and cold air in the upper levels. So that's our development area being confirmed by the model, and it looks as if that unsettled weather continues into the following week, and it looks to me as if that's a pretty acceptable pattern. So how confident can we be in this idea of an unsettled period of weather? Well, let's take a look at the comparison. This is the comparison between various different models for next Thursday at midnight. So we've got the GFS, we've got the Canadian model, the UK Met Office model, and the ECMWF. And look, all have got low pressure to the west of the country with a strong southerly flow and high pressure over eastern parts of Europe. All of that builds the impression of confidence in the forecast being unsettled, becoming increasingly unsettled during the course of the back end of next week and into next weekend. Although I do hold out some hope, that perhaps by the 10th, perhaps 11th of the month, we may start to see things settling down a little bit. Okay, hope that's been useful for you. Don't forget this forecast is supported by the advertisers you see around the screen here. So if you see something you like, do click on it. That's what generates the revenue to keep these forecasts free of charge. I hope it's been useful for you, and do keep the sun shining.